So even though Pakistan's having its problems now, which I'm very sad about, and I always pray for Pakistan, I feel like, and I tell this to kids all the time, whenever they're getting down about Pakistan, great nations are tested greatly. This is a test from Allah for the nation and for yourself, that how do you respond to these things? My whole life has been about responding to a disaster, trying to make something good of it. So this is, I feel like this is what people need. And no matter how bad it gets, you should never lose hope, never, ever, ever give up. Keep on working towards making themselves and their nation better, taking responsibility that it isn't these guys' job. It's my job to do it. And if you feel like that it's your job to make this nation better, and 230 million can be convinced to feel that way, then nothing can stop Pakistan. Because I've told people a lot. I go in, I'm asked to speak in front of kids. And I say to them, CIA, RAW, Mossad, Soviet Union, China, India, Afghanistan, Saudi Arabia, whatever their conflicts are, and whatever their geopolitical influences and pressures on Pakistan, whatever they are, in 75 years, they haven't destroyed Pakistan. And I said, in fact, there's only one thing that can destroy Pakistan other than Allah. One thing on earth. And they're looking at me like, well, what's that? Pakistanis. Only Pakistanis can destroy Pakistan. No other force has been able to do it so far. And I don't think no other force will. So I think that only people or things that can destroy Pakistan or save Pakistan is Pakistanis themselves and whatever they do to build their country. And there's, even with the way it is now, there is still so much promise and so many things that are here in the reality of Pakistan that are positive and that could be made into positive things. That to me, yes, things are bad, and things are bad around the whole world.
Sure.
But at some point you have to say, this is out of my control. This is out of my control, but this is in my control. The things that are in my control that I can do, what can I do? I can go in my neighborhood and clean up all the trash with my friends. I can ask my friends to get together and I can clean everything up so the place looks prettier. I can go to school and try to make the best of myself. I can form a group of people that is just trying to do things to improve for the poor in my area. If we see street children, or if we see animals suffering, that we try to help them. So there's always something you can do. So I taught this to my son. I'll teach this to my younger son, who's 31 years younger than my son, Justin. I've said to them, and I say to kids, I say to my team, it's not just what you do in the world towards the negative or positive that affects the outcome of your place in the world, whether it's a positive, destructive influence, a constructive, positive influence, or a destructive, negative influence. It's also what you don't do that you could have done, that you should have done. So if you passed up a stray cat, or you passed up a poor person, or if you had the chance to do something to improve your neighborhood, your school, your community, but you didn't do it, well, then that also made a change. That also made a change. But towards the negative rather than the positive. That place could have been fixed up, but you didn't do it, so it's still a wreck.
Sure.
So stop worrying about what this political party or this leader is or isn't going to do, because it's a little bit maybe beyond your control, right? But that doesn't mean that nothing is out of there's nothing in your control. There's still an awful lot that you can do. You decide and you choose what to let get you down, and you choose what you're going to do and how you're going to respond to bad situations. And if you respond positively to bad situations to make it better, you'll make yourself stronger. You'll help make yourself and your community stronger. And if enough people in the nation will all do that, then you will become a stronger nation, regardless of whatever anyone else does. There is so much economic promise in partnerships with other countries that are trying to utilize Pakistan's position and Gwadar. You can make a new Dubai there. There's a lot of things that can be done in Pakistan that are still haven't come to fruition. So I just think people have to just get cracking.